He think something wrong with the crew, man. But we live, man. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Cowboys raw and uncut.
Yeah, man. It's Cowboys raw and uncut, man. Yeah, we finally back on our time slot Monday night, 9-ish. Yeah. Tonight, man, we got the
Cowboys raw and uncut.
I don't even know what we got, but we're gonna talk some mini camp talk. We're gonna talk some George Pickens talk, and we're gonna get on out of here. So come on in here and enjoy the show, man. Me, Charlie Crew, Terry Crew, Rick, OG, Steve might join us later. Yeah, it was a troll saying, man, that I need to put down on my intros, man. So I'm trying to go a little bit more.
Nah, man. Nah.
Go back.
Nah.
Go back to it.
To go back to it, man. For that one that said that, I know personally at least 9 or 10 others that's still with it.
They still with it? Okay. I'm just making sure, man. You know, because sometimes, man, some of that stuff I be doing be kind of weak.
Hey, man, you're your toughest critic, man. You always your toughest critic.
Yeah, I just be going off the top of the dome, man. So I'll bring it back in next week. But yeah, man. What up with us, crew, man? We
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, we was able to get through Juneteenth, man. Special, the homie crew, Rick, man, threw a major celebration, man, for the community, his family, really his family, his friends and stuff, man. And we salute that brother for that. But we just got through mini camp, and we get the news about George Pickens intending to not hold out or hold in. So I mean, we've been talking about GP the whole time leading up into the mandatory mini cap. How are we feeling now that he's actually shown up?
From what I've seen, he's in good spirits, so that's a good thing. I've seen him hugging on Shotty. You know what I mean? I've seen smiles. Yeah, it's different than the other person last year who pulled that shit. You know what I mean? It was all eyes on me and look at me. You ain't trying to bargain with me. GP just like he want to play some football, man. I think he knows he's gonna get paid one way or another. So why not just go out there and play football, man? Which is good shit.
Get out there and play.
I play some football, man.
I'm ecstatic. It cuts down the opportunity for the Cowboys hoopla that we used to, the circus that we usually see before and leading into the early season. It cut that down. Now, for the first time in a while, this is going into the season stress free. I ain't even not just at the tabloids. We're not leading Sports Center off every 5 minutes. Jerry done said this. The other player said that. We can get to football. Let's focus in, get the defense together. Offense is back. Yeah, let's let it go. Try to stay calm, Dre.
Man, I'm trying to remain calm. I'm telling you, because go ahead, Terry.
No, so it's funny because like watching GP come into camp, like looking back on that saga we had last year around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think one player came in with a sense of entitlement, and the other one is coming in with a sense of maybe I got to earn a little grateful just to play football. You know what I'm saying? Like you see him coming in, the attitude didn't change. He's just happy to be in there with his bros, and you know that somebody's gonna pay him. But in order to play ball, you got to play ball. So
right,
he's coming in with.
But didn't he talk about that though?
Was that GP?
No, I'm saying I mean, you made an excellent point when you said that one person last year was acting with a sense of entitlement, and GP, it seems like he was talking about how, like, playing the game for free, just loving the game of football. You know, and to me, that's not taking this game for granted. He was talking about the people around in the locker room. It seemed like he wasn't trying to let them down. What kind of season could this potentially be? Like, that impressed me about
Me too.
this fella, man, because a lot of the media has been playing him like he's not a leader. He could be a locker room cancer or whatever they was playing him in Pittsburgh. So to see him come out and say some stuff like that, for the love of the game, man, I want to see the young man get paid, man. But I understand he's gonna be on his tag, and I'm cool with him with the organization making him play on the tag because Dak had to do it. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying to remain calm, man,
Well,
because
change the narrative. He's got to change that narrative. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because even if we don't pay him, somebody else is gonna have to. So
Yes.
why would I want to go out there and tarnish my name? I'm gonna play ball. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's gonna want to pay me if they see how I'm acting now. Why would they want to? Why would they want that on their team? Because all in all, we know the player last year is a generational talent. He wanted top dollar.
right,
GP's gonna get paid like a top dollar receiver due to the cap and how everybody else is getting paid now. GP's gonna get paid like a top receiver regardless. And I think he knows that. He don't have to come out and say I want top dollar because it's not a I thing. I think with 11 last year, it was a I. It was a me. You know what I mean? He was bigger than the program. And I think GP just knows coming in by the way he's showing up tells me it's like, hey man, I want my bread, but it's just football. It's a team sport.
in worst case, if you franchise him again, which I hope they don't, he's still they saying he ain't he close to 60 for these 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't like at 3.5 you got, on your last year of your rookie contract.
That's a big
Yeah.
jump.
60 million in 2 years is hey, that's
You
still
eating. You eating. It ain't
yeah,
your big
yeah,
contract you want, but you
yeah,
still you
yeah,
still doing good.
So what
yeah.
those contracts be about is the guaranteed money. That's where it comes
Yep.
in, that guaranteed money. Like that's the killer. That's the kicker right there. That's what it was
Yep.
with 11 too. The guaranteed money wasn't what he wanted. The yearly was on par, but the guarantee wasn't what he wanted. So it
Okay.
makes a really big difference. And I think if you tell GP 90 of it, 80 of it's guaranteed, what I mean, I think that he'd be a happy man.
Right, right. And
You know what
then
I mean?
how we talk about 40 per, and it's a lot of athletes that's coming back talking about these contracts that they have. People, the public sees the 40, but really they be 25.
Oh
The
yeah,
4
after taxes, yeah, after
yeah,
taxes. So I get why they so high, but you gotta look at it like again, man. You look at what just happened. We're gonna switch sports up there in New York with their leader taking a pay cut in
Bronson.
order to bring other players in. He know he's gonna get the bag. You know what I'm saying? He know he's gonna get the bag. It's coming. And when you look at that, actually see it work out, you got to think about these guys. Are you willing to sacrifice something now, what I mean, for the greater good to see this team be better, you know, and win this championship? That's what it's going to
Mm,
come down to. Are your leaders willing to take less to build around them so they can be great? And we've seen it happen in the NFL a lot of times, but players are going to get it. They're going to get that, man. You know what I mean?
Our,
They're going to
our
get that
players
money.
ain't our players ain't been doing that. Our
No,
players
they
been
haven't.
shooting for the moon. Dak with 60.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But now,
Zeke when he shot for the moon. Parsons was shooting for the moon.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
what? But honestly, most of them do on that first contract on that big deal. It's
supposed to.
Mhm.
generally it's generally after that that they're willing to negotiate and adjust their like Dakota.
That
I
makes
get
Dakota
it.
sense.
like Dakota got that big money, and then there was years after that he's willing to restructure and redo things, but he got that big guaranteed. And like you said,
Hmm.
that's the big issue. After that first contract, you generally see them being more willing to restructure, take a little less because they've
Yeah,
got that big payday. So
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they
NFL's a
restructuring,
game
they ain't
like that.
taking less. They're just moving the money around.
right, 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 right,
Yeah,
right.
but
Yeah.
NFL, I understand why NFL players, um, why they don't, why they have to sting on the first time around because you might not get that second one.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
Might
not
not get
I
like
that
get it. You
second.
might not
right,
get that.
right. It's
Yeah,
not.
might
It's
not.
not designed like any other professional sport as far as it,
Mm-hmm.
your money. It's not guaranteed unless it's guaranteed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you said, when you jump sports, you look at them guys. There's second string players in the NBA get paid more than first string NFLers, and I understand where it's like, hey, I need all the bread I can get because one bad hit to the knee, the wrong person fall on me, everything changes,
Yeah, well,
and that
and
bounce back ain't the same.
with that saying, and that's why it's a big deal for that guaranteed
Hmm.
because they can technically cut you 2, 3 years later, and that's all you get. It's not like that in professional
No.
basketball and baseball. You get your
Mm-mm.
money. If they sign you, you're gonna get your money, whether they
Yeah.
cut you or not.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign you
Bas-
a Bobby Bonilla
Basket.
deal.
Bobby
Ain't it
Bonilla.
bastard? Ain't NBA too? NBA
Yeah,
too?
NBA the same
yeah,
way.
What?
Yeah,
NBA
NBA
same
same
Yeah.
way
way.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Gilbert Arenas comes
Hey,
to
the new
mind.
one. Look, when you think about it, there, we talk about Bonilla, but Otani's gonna be the one. Otani's gonna be the one we're gonna talk about for a lot of years.
Yeah,
With his money, they're gonna be paying that boy for. They're gonna be paying that man a lot of money for a long time, dog.
for
Man.
life.
For life, they're gonna be paying that man. So I get it, man. I understand, man. I really do understand, man. Get your bread, GP. But we're happy to have you back in camp, man. Thank you for showing up, man. That's huge.
Yeah, we appreciate you, GP,
Yeah,
man.
man.
And
That's
if you
huge,
see
bro.
any of that old stuff from the crew, man, we just trying to have a conversation, man. We ain't mean none of that shit, man. We ain't mean yeah. Yeah, but speaking of mini camp, man, that was a quote, man, that I wanted to throw out here, that came from your quarterback leader, man, Dak Prescott. And I wanted to kind of ask y'all, because Dak has always over the years come out with quotes, whether it be when Tom Brady, will see you in the what did he say to Tom
See
Brady?
you, see you in what's that? See you in January.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see you in the
Yeah,
Super
see
Bowl.
you in January. I see you in the what? Because was he at Tampa Bay when they played their first game and lost?
I thought it was Stafford. He said that too. I thought it was
No, he
Stafford.
said it to Stafford too. No, he
Hmm.
said no, not the Super Bowl though. He said we'll see y'all in the I don't know what he said, but it was after the practice. But he was saying something where it
Mm-hmm.
was a quote as to
He told
like
Brady
he's
after.
trying to
I know he told
manifest.
Brady after week one.
Yeah, after week
Yeah.
one, he had mentioned. So here's a quote that came out of minicamp that was said about Dak speaking on Quentin Williams not being in the playoffs. So Dak was quoted as saying to Quentin, because he's never been, I'll get you to the playoffs, but I'm going to need you to help us win it. Do we see it as cap or no cap? Do we trust Dak's words? Because over the years, do we trust him getting Quentin this year to the playoffs?
Yes.
I, I, I got mine the other way. I need Quentin to get us there, and Dak to seal it. Dak to win it once we get there.
I agree. I agree,
I,
but you trust his words, though. You trust his word as far as him getting you there, because he's gonna have to get us there. Dak, in the end, Dak's gonna
what
have
year
to.
did he say that he went through with it?
Right.
What?
That's the question.
I
That's
mean,
the
but
question
okay,
is do you put faith in it because all the other ones have not fallen short.
Right.
but the main word in that sentence is playoffs. He didn't say Super Bowl. He said playoffs. You know what I mean? So when you think about playoffs, yes, I think that we could be a playoff team with the way that we're developed. With our expectation right now, playoffs is our expectation. When what we want. Goal line should be NFC Championship game. At least an appearance. That should be. That's the main goal. Soft goal is gonna be playoffs, though, man, and I'm cool with that.
With that schedule that we got, if we make it, we will be battle tested.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a lot more confident going into the playoffs this year than other years because other years we went to the playoffs beating bums and getting beat up by better teams, better opponents. I ain't gonna say better quality teams. And was losing to the beating up on the bums. If with this gauntlet of a schedule we got, if we make it, we battle tested. We ready.
Right, right.
Well, we got to remember though, a lot of those teams was better coached than we was. They was better
I agree.
coached. They were better coached, and a lot of those teams have more heart than we do. Than
That,
we've had.
that's the
They've had
that's
more heart. They've been better
that's my point.
coached. Yeah, they've been better coached. But something we will say about this team is that, like, I see a little fight coming along. I
They
see
had
a
better
little fight.
quarterback play. Everyone we lost, we threw at least 2 interceptions. We gotta have make sure we calm them nerves down on this one. Let's yeah.
I mean, you run into who we run into. I mean, was it better quarterback play
At
against
Green
Green
Bay,
Bay? Think it was better quarterback play because they ran the ball. They ran the ball. I didn't see Jordan Love just come out there and kill us. It was
he, he
the
still made
defense.
he still made some nice plays.
Yeah, but they ran
The
they
nice
ran the
plays could
ball.
have been because they was running the ball and they bit on every play action, but he still did it. He still did all right.
I mean, yeah, Dak does. Dak finds a way that he. I think
Man,
that
in the playoffs, he didn't threw two interceptions, and at least
I can,
a couple of them been pick sixes.
but I can believe it. But when you look at Brock Purdy's performance, wasn't lights out either. You
He
know,
he don't
we was in that
he,
game.
he,
So when
he,
you look at these quarterbacks, it's not
he
the quarterbacks, it's the
he don't have
defense.
that. He hadn't had Brock Purdy's defense to take the shine away.
Yeah,
He got us there. If you're the leader and you get us there, when it goes bad, you're going to get the blame for it. Brock
yeah.
Purdy's defense was getting the credit and all the way going, so he didn't get as much blame that he did.
I totally agree. But at the same time, it wasn't Dak losing those games. It was a team effort. Those were team losses. It wasn't
Oh,
Dak being
defense.
outplayed.
It was
Yeah,
no. I'm not saying it's Dak's fault. It was the defense. We was the only person in that playoff first round that gave up 40 points. I'm not saying that it's Dak's fault. I'm saying we're gonna need better play from the quarterback
Uh,
position in the
40,
playoffs.
48 to be
you're supposed
exactly.
to. You're supposed
Yeah,
to. I mean, you're
yeah.
supposed to. I mean,
And
that's when
and
you have to have perfect, almost perfect playoff, almost perfect quarterback play in the
and
playoffs. You
Love
can't.
went
Or
for
or a great defense in Purdy's case.
and
Yeah,
Love went for almost 303 tutties in that
Love
40
ball.
48 to what 32. Is that what it was?
Hmm.
Yeah, love
yeah,
ball.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but our defense was trash. Our defense is trash. They gave up on us that game. But when I look at these quarterbacks in the NFC compared to Dak, again, it's just on paper. I don't fear too many quarterbacks in the NFC as far as them versus my quarterback. They're just the quarterback and possibility of plays. Like if we are healthy, our offense, where our offense is now being built, I trust our offense to get us to the playoffs. It's going to be all on the defense. If we're healthy, we keep what we have right now, the potential of what we've seen last year with the run game finally developing, with a healthy GP and a healthy CD. I think that we're a playoff team offensively for sure, for sure. It's going to come down to that
We were a
defense. So
playoff team
We-
offensively last
Offensively
year for
last
sure.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure, for sure. For sure,
yeah,
for
yeah.
but that,
sure.
but you know, but Dak, I don't know, but the defense was really that bad, and that's what I'm saying. So
Right.
it's gonna be, but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't. When Dak says that, I believe that Dak can get you to the playoffs.
He
I do
told
believe
Tom
that.
Brady, "We'll see you again." Like we'll see you in the post game after losing to him week one, and then in the Rams practice after the scrimmage, he said, "We'll meet y'all in the championship game."
Yeah, that's
The
real shit.
Rams held their end of the bargain, but we did not.
I mean, when do we hold our end? But I think
that's
that
what
I think,
that's what I'm
but I think,
saying.
That's
but
the
I
point of
think
the question.
no, but I think when Dak says that, I believe that the point of the question is that I don't. I think is no cap on that. I think he can get you to the playoffs.
He
I do
can't,
believe that. Yeah, I do
but
believe
is he?
that.
Is what the question. He definitely can, but is he this year?
I'm done questioning. I'm done questioning his ability. I think if we're healthy, I think that he plays good football. You know,
I think he gonna have to play good football if we're not healthy. I think
the, the
you-
man.
you've been in enough. You experienced enough. You're a captain enough. We need that. We need
Ain't
that.
no
Plus,
excuses. Ain't
yeah,
no.
Uh,
If his defense is mid pack, if his
yeah,
defense is mid pack, there's
yeah,
no excuse, Dak Prescott. None.
yeah.
mhm.
There's none. There's no excuse. and I'm rooting for you, man. This ain't no Dak hate or nothing, because I know some Cowboy Nation get they are always on Dak, and all like you can't talk about Dak, man. We just speaking the real. Like
Yeah,
if its defense is mid pack, Dak, you gotta get it done, man. You got enough
true.
experience in the league.
Absolutely.
You got one of the top offenses in the league. And speaking of defense, man, the stuff that's coming out of minicamp that I'm hearing about Christian Parker, Shotty was going on to say that like he likes talking shit.
That's what
That's
I
a
was going to say.
quote.
They saying he's a shit talker.
Yeah, he's a shit talker. Like bring Brandon Aubrey out here, man. They ain't yet. So another quote that I like that Christian Parker said, he said when they went to ask him, like, is there like pressure? We talked about the pressure and it being his first time being a defensive coordinator. And he basically, and I'm paraphrasing, was saying like, whether you're in your 20th year or your first year, the expectation is basically still the same.
Still the same.
Still the same, man.
Still the same.
He said, I don't really put none of that into my mind for real. But yeah, man. So with a lot of the praise and the talk and the stuff that you see coming out of the mini camp, and of course they got shorts on, man. It ain't nothing. It's not real football, as Shotty would say. But how y'all are you getting a little bit more excited yet by hearing that, or thinking that Parker can have some success there and be a mid-pack defense with the stuff that we've been hearing and seeing so far? What you think, OG?
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from the young guy, man. And I've been watching some clips and some little takes on him, man. He's a teacher. He works one-on-one, man. He brings guys right up on him and shows them, where to be at, how to move, the placement, gives them, alternatives. For instance, you got to stay here, because if you're here, they can run you over here. You got to be, it's all about discipline, man. Staying where you are, man, and just playing your position. But he's one-on-one with guys like Kobe. He's one-on-one with Downs, and he's teaching them,
Right.
and he's teaching as he goes, man. And that's what I like about him. He's taking the time to get one-on-one with these guys and teach.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really seeing more out of Parker than anything. I mean, he's running the whole defense, but yet he's taking the time to go individually to these guys and show them little tips, show them little scoops, and I like that, man. He's coaching guys up. He's coaching guys up.
I like his confidence. He's borderline cocky, but he's confident in his scheme and his style and what he's doing. And he got faith in himself. He really don't care if you believe in him or not, because he thinks him and his players believe in him. And I like that. And he's talking this. He means what he say, because he's talking this shit. He's like at Brandon Aubrey out. They ain't moving the ball. They ain't the sticks is not, the chains ain't moving. Get Aubrey out. Yeah. I said he sound like some regular old guys on Madden, but he's doing this in real life practice. Yeah.
And we were talking
get
about
Get you three, because you ain't moving nothing else. But he's out there really like telling them, pass the sticks. Yeah, I'm with that.
Something I was talking about earlier is like, for instance, Downs, we've got 2 wide receiver ones on our team. We spoke about that on plenty of occasions. And, Downs has he has the tough assignment of having to check both of these guys. Just think of the discipline. Just think of his skill set. Just think of how that's going to make him a better player. Checking these 2 guys, and so look, and I think guys on the team are seeing that ability in Downs. Quentin Williams says, he's got that Alabama in him, because he was at Alabama before he went to Ohio State. And Quentin said, I see that Bama in him. So a lot of guys see that talent. He's out there showing it, like, he's checking the best of the best. It's only going to make his game better.
CD on CD.
He's confident, man.
Well,
Yeah, he's confident.
One thing you got to realize is that steel sharpens steel.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
and going up, when you practice against the best, and you have that dog mentality, it's contagious and it's gonna spread when you're already there mentally. You know what I'm saying? And then you can learn. You're learning from two of the that quite possibly is arguably the best receiving core in football. You know what I mean? Every day, and a beast of a tight end, and Jake Ferguson, and you're seeing multiple looks from uh, a top 10, I like to say, quarterback, or a top at least NFC quarterback. You're seeing multiple looks all the time. You're seeing everything you need to see that you're going to
I
see
think
from
it's safe to
somewhere
call
else.
him top 10. I
I was
Yeah, I
about to
mean,
say the same thing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can say that safely.
Yeah, but you're gonna get those. You're gonna get that, and you should learn a lot. For somebody like him, he's a kid in the candy shop. You know what I mean? But going back to CP, um, you think about it. When we were, well, I'm assuming everybody watching and listening here has been in school at some point, man. When you were in school, the your favorite class was, as far as teacher wise or learning wise, was the teacher that you connected to the most. You know what I mean? Who cares if you know your shit if you can't communicate it? So being able to reach these players is something that Christian Parker do. So it's easier to learn. Like, you wanted, when you were in school, you wanted to learn from your favorite teacher. You didn't mind staying after class with your favorite teacher because they made it easy for you to learn. They made it easy to where now you got it. Because usually
Yeah, yeah.
people disengage when they can't understand something.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right,
and
right.
we've had a problem every year. Steve used to hit on this all the time about our our players having trouble learning the defense. It was
Mm-hmm.
always learning the defense, man. It's a new scheme. It's just confusing them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you could communicate this information, you know what I mean? Like, Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about
Uh,
that movie, like, she came in, those kids didn't want to learn, but you know what happened? You was able to reach them.
but
And this is
the difference with that one, oh, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
no, I just look at it like, I mean, this gang of misfits, if you got the bad news birds, you got to be able to communicate. You got to be able to communicate to them. And Parker does that, man. Like, these guys like learning from him, and
But
that makes it
that's
easier.
that's where I give Jerry a little nod on the help with that, because every other defensive coordinator we done brought in had to put his scheme to his players, to the
Mm-hmm.
players that we already had.
Yeah,
Jerry then got rid of a lot of people and brought in a lot of the players that he brought in was for Parker. He let Parker
Handpicked.
basically
They were handpicked.
hand pick it. And so I think that makes it a little easier for the players along with him to learn his scheme. Uh, I think last year humbled Jerry down a little bit. I think he got humbled out.
Yeah.
I think it was well overdue, but yeah, and with
Well,
that humbleness comes change.
when we talk about not, I think it was John that mentioned real football. Like, this is perfect to learn. These are the times that you
Absolutely,
want to learn,
that's
because
absolutely
when it's not real football, you can go through the motion. So, when you were in practice or something growing up, like, those walkthroughs were always the best because you had to know where you were supposed to be. You had to know.
absolutely
That's what mattered. So even though you weren't playing at full speed, it's about knowing where I'm supposed to move at. Where am I supposed to be in this? So I'm not confused. The communication, talking, like when CD mentioned to watch his defense communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? To see them guys out there talking on the field, that's huge, man. Because we were always out of place, but it's also we were going to get these guys who didn't know how to reach these players.
correct.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dan Quinn,
Correct.
Dan Quinn, he's one of them rile the guys up. Like, you want to get behind him as a good general. You know what I'm saying? But as far as connection, I didn't see that connection. They wanted to play for him because he was smart and he was for the guys. But when you look at
Well, no,
CP,
man.
this is like your
When
brother.
when he had to do the head coaching thing for the little game, the players they was rallying around.
Yeah,
I,
they'll
I
rally
think I
with him.
think he connected to the players. I just don't think his scheme was as good with the players. He's putting all them little guys back at linebacker and stuff. I think his scheme killed him. I think the players liked him.
Well, I
I
mean,
think
yeah, they can like him. They can like him. I guess what I'm saying is it's a different type of like. It's like you'll want to. It's not your brother. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think Christian Parker is like your brother. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? When you watch him
Mhm.
talk to these players, you'll want to run through a wall for this guy because he's your homie. You know what I'm saying? You willing to go into war with him like it's your homie, but he's the leader, and it's not you and them, it's y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's when Christian, that's the way he grabs me, as far as when I watch him with these players, man. It's like they homie, man.
And
So
I
you
think
know,
I think another thing was that is when you get these older coaches, I think by default players are respecting them because they're older. They've been in the league for a while. Well, he's been in the league for a while. He knows what's going on. He's been here for a while. Let's listen to him. He's been here. He's been
He's been to the
Parker.
Super Bowl. He's been a head coach.
Parker
Yeah,
Parker is kind of different. It seems like these guys want to be around him because they're learning his
Right.
his his intellect, man, and how he's teaching the game. These guys are excited because they see a young guy who knows the game. And when you're a little younger, you kind of fit into the mold of your team. You know, you don't have these old school rules and you're letting the young guys do what young guys do, but and I think that he's letting them be themselves without changing a lot up, but they're seeing his mind. And I think that excites them that there's a young guy here, like Terry said, kind of our brother. He's a younger guy, but he's intelligent. And you like to learn from intelligent people, you know?
yeah,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here
especially when they can communicate to you.
that's right.
hmm
That's right. So this was Christian Parker coming out of minicamp, and this was what he had to say, man.
What's it been like to go from you've had your position groups and then to go and run the entire defense to have to communicate with the entire group? Is that something you had done either previously in Denver or Philly?
Yeah, I've done that before. Obviously, not at this rate. I think the thing that's most different is like we start off we have an hour block, and we'll start with the unit. I'll go. They break up to position meetings. It's like, well, where do I go now? And then in practice, they're an individual. I'm used to getting my hands dirty, and then I'm walking around with my arms crossed like I'm a security guard or something. So I try to figure out how to keep myself occupied during those moments. So it's been good transition, popping in and out of rooms and doing those things. And sometimes I'll meet with only the back seven or just the front seven after we finish that unit meeting. But it's been a good adjustment.
Do you try and, because you have the DB background, do you try to stay away from them because you know that one and try to go to the other groups more, or do you?
I do. There's still like when we break stretch, there's like this magnetic pull that like pulls me to the direction of the DBs. Luckily, they switch where they start individuals, so I can't naturally find them every single time. So I try my best to stay away from that. I still go over there, still talk to those guys, communicate with them, but at the end of the day, it's about all levels, and I try to make sure I do that at a high level.
John Michaud with The Athletic. What have these last 4 or 5 months been like for you in here, away from here, getting settled in here, going from, position to being DC? What have it been like for you?
It's been good. I mean, it's a lot. It's an increase in responsibility. It's an increase in even my communication. Calvin asked about that, like just what I'm responsible for communicating to the staff, coaching them like they're my position group. And then just getting used to the area. I walk back and forth. I'm still in the hotel, so I walk back and forth. So that's easy. I don't have to deal with traffic. But everything else, just in terms of the increased responsibility, I think it was to be expected. So, the new things, they're going to happen. So you just got to be prepared for things out of your control. But I think that we have a great staff. I think Shadi's been great with his communication style. Will McClay and the Joneses when we were going through the draft process. So everything has been great in terms of the communication and very clear expectations of what I need to do and what the staff needs to do.
Speaking of expectations, just has Caleb Downs met those expectations that you had before the draft, and just kind of where is that working relationship at right now?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's as advertised. We spent significant time with him before the draft process. We had a good feel on who he was and knew some people at Ohio State, at Alabama. in terms of how he was on the day-to-day that we maybe didn't see in that 30 visit or at the combine. But he's been doing great. He's a worker. You know, he looks for coaching. He craves that. He wants to be corrected. He wants more information. And he works as hard as he can with the extras and everything else. So it's been good. He's been good to work with. And I think that he's trying to advance at the right rate. You know, I think that we try to lessen those expectations in terms of what goes on outside of these walls. There's a certain process to take as a rookie in general in the National Football League, and we try to abide by that process.
So yeah, man. So what you get out of that, man? Out of that conversation, Terry, man, with Christian Parker, man.
I see a guy that loves what he does and is understanding, he's in the moment. And you know what I like about him, he's humble. He doesn't act like he knows it all. You know, he'll tell you, yeah, man, it's like this is all new to me. And you know, it's not the I know exactly. It's not the cockiness of I know what I'm doing. It's like, no, I'm learning just like these guys, man. You know what I mean? It's all, I'm putting people in the right places. I'm doing my homework and the information. He likes information. And in today's day and age, like this is a young man's game now. And the world that we live in is all about information. You know, how fast you can get it, how you can process it, and how you can use it. And he seems like that's what he likes. He's a nerd. And you need that nerd because, and you need that young nerd too. Not even just a nerd, but that young nerd, because when you look at the landscape of coaching in the NFL, it's a young
times
man's
has
coaching
changed.
game.
You gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to the times.
The last old coach was Andy Reid and Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's my guy out there? Arians, that was out there in Tampa Bay. But the old guard is changing now. You know, you got the McVays, you got the McDonald's, you got those type of guys. Even you look at the ex players now up in New England, like these guys are getting a lot younger, and I like that. That's what we've done. We've gotten younger, man. Like finally, we've been asking for this for a while.
We've been asking this for years,
and we were late to the party.
Yeah.
So hopefully this changes. You know, we've been begging for Jerry to do this, man. I like Christian Parker a lot. Again, he's never called plays, so we don't know. We don't know.
He never called none last. As a head coach.
And he's gonna make mistakes, and we have to understand that. You know what I mean? Like you gotta give him grace because he's gonna have bad games. He's gonna call bad games. It's gonna happen. You know, and Shotty had a lot of Shotty moments.
he had some moments, and we questioned the moments. But at the end of the day, but when we look back on it on hindsight, we was like, he did his thing though. You know, that's a part of growing pain. That's a part of learning. When you have bad games, you got to get back. You got to go back to the drawing board, see what you did wrong, learn, and that should help you. That should help you
for sure
as a D coordinator moving forward in the future. So yeah, man. So y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to remain calm, man.
I love it, man. I love it. We can just stay healthy, man. Like it's gonna be the main thing. Stay healthy, man. If we can find a way to do it, man, I see bright things because I like the shift, man. Again, this feels a tad bit different. I like where we're going, man.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. These scrimmages, training camp starts late July, I think. And you know, get the scrimmage, the Saints and the Rams. So that'll be something to look forward to. And I can't wait to see the preseason because it'll be a lot of players out there like the Moffas and the Jadon Blues and the Floyd Boys, and you will get to see them out there. So I'm looking forward to the preseason as well, although the starters won't be having no time out there. But but other than that, man, hey, I'm pretty much out of what I had in mind, man. Y'all got anything from mini camp or something y'all wanted to discuss?
There was something I seen that raised an interesting point. and it was about Easy, right? You know how Easy is his position isn't as solidified as we think it was, as we think it is. Just for the fact that that position is 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 interchangeable right now. And the point that
Who
was
you
made,
say? What you talking
easy,
about?
easy,
Easy?
easy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So what it is that the point that was made that I seen was Christian Parker handpicked Malachi Lawrence.
Mm.
Absolutely,
And
yes,
when
he
you
did.
look and when you look at their measurables, you know, when you look at it now, Easy has a different expectation. He was a second, third round draft pick, one of the two.
Yeah,
Last year
thanks, Zach.
he wasn't
Second,
expecting. He exceeded expectation for what he was, but now as a second year player, you
Right.
expect more out of him. You know, he wasn't supposed to be playing last year. When you think about it, you know, if Micah plays,
I
you
don't
don't
know
see.
about that.
I think if Micah's there, I don't know if you see Easy as much. I don't know if you see Easy as much because think if Micah's there and you got Clowney on the opposite side, you know what I mean? Do you play Easy? Do you still play Easy as much as he was?
But
You
we
might see
got
him every
if
now and
Clowney
then.
late
if
though. We
if
got
What
Mike is
Clowney
what
there,
I
you
was
go
gonna
in
get
the
say.
mid
Clowney.
of season. We got
You don't
Clowney
go get
mid
Clowney.
season.
But
Okay, that's what I was going.
I don't believe I don't believe Easy comes in and starts.
Over if Clowney's not there, who's gonna start over him?
I
I
mean,
would
he's the
say Sam
44th
Williams.
overall pick, man. You
I
don't
would
think he
say
was
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
would
some
say
time?
if Clowney's
I
like
mean I
that,
don't think
you got Fowler back, but I don't think Fowler was meant to
yeah
start last
Fowler
year.
and Sam. I
But
don't
I
think
think
so either.
Fowler was meant to come off the bench last year just for rotation. So
Fowler's
If Micah's not
Fowler's kind of weak.
if Micah's there, if Micah's there and Clowney's not, I think Easy starts on the other side, man.
You think so over
I
Sam
think
Williams
so.
too? Over
I think
Sam,
so.
I'm thinking not coming into the season. Not coming into. I don't think it's just you don't start him at the beginning of
Man,
the
you
season and
you drafted
let
him
him
in the
run
second
through.
round. Well,
Yeah,
early in the second. You plan on him getting out there.
at
Right.
some point, but you don't plan on him starting. You don't plan on him having that position. Like he over. What do you have? 2 sacks last year.
Yeah, he had two.
Two,
It took
two
him a while
sacks
to get adjusted, but
back in. Yeah, back
So why do
in.
you think he overachieved with 2 sacks?
I think he. No, I said he overshoots expectation because of where he was
Not,
drafted. You didn't
not
expect him to come in. You didn't expect him to come in and be a game wrecker. You didn't
nah,
expect that.
but I
I
I,
mean,
I,
he
But
I
had like
still
20 sacks in college.
but
yeah. That's what I
so
was.
when
I
when you
expected.
look at
I expected more than 2 sacks from him last year
Yeah,
so
I
coming
did
in.
too.
when you look at him, would you expect more out of Malachi Lawrence this year than you would Easy?
He's a first round draft pick.
I'm expecting.
So you expect Malachi
I, I'm
Lawrence.
I'm
I expect
expecting.
Malachi Lawrence to have more than 2 sacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do as well.
So with that said, you have Rashawn Gary. You have Rashawn Gary. Go ahead and let this
Yes.
camp come out. Go ahead and let this camp come out.
Hey, I like Rashawn Gary,
But
Yeah,
dog.
check,
I
but
just
check.
expect Gary starting.
The worst thing for Easy right now is for Malachi Lawrence for them to have an even camp. For them to Easy has very high expectations this year because of Malachi
Yeah,
Lawrence.
yeah.
The worst thing you can do is have an even camp. We have to have 5 or more in order for
But
you
I'm
to
just
live up
saying,
to
what
this right
about
now.
depth though? Why it can't just be a depth?
Yeah, he'd be there, but he's
I'm
not
with
gonna
that.
start. He's not gonna
I,
start. You
I,
could lose, you can get lost in this rotation. You can get lost in this rotation.
I don't care. If he
Me,
get
that's what
lost
I
or
was going to
not,
say. I,
You
I,
get lost in that
if
rotation.
it's another
it,
body coming out that can
that's more
produce,
productive than you, then
yeah.
that's on
Hey,
you. Anybody right now who
open
loses their spot
competition.
earned
Yeah,
it, man. Yeah,
Open competition
yeah,
everywhere.
but
everywhere.
Open
I
competition
don't know if it's gonna be as open as
everywhere.
we think it is. I don't
And
think it's
then
gonna be open as we think it is.
just think, man, if
You think they going into a close match? You think if Easy is outperforming him, that they're going to let dude start
Not
just because they
anymore.
drafted him?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Nah,
No.
nah. I think I think it's open competition. I think the best player get it.
Yeah.
I think Malachi got the edge. No
Yeah.
pun intended. No pun
But
intended. But
So
I
yeah.
mean, but you
if
gotta
he's the better
think.
player, let him go.
You gotta think, man. 2 years ago, we were saying this about Houston.
Who?
Or
James
James
Houston?
I mean, 2 years ago, Houston was balling.
I wasn't
I
saying.
I
mean,
wasn't saying that about no James Houston.
2 years ago, 2 years ago, Houston was coming off the bench and he was flat out balling.
Yeah,
He was.
He was
he
flat
was.
out balling. So I think that we thought more that Houston was going to do more last year because of
he
what he
got
did
5
2
and a
years
half
ago.
sacks. He got 5.5 sacks.
But coming off the
Those are
bench.
good numbers. Yeah,
5
those
and a
are good
half coming
numbers.
off the bench.
Coming off the bench. So
Yeah.
it's feasible to say that what if he steps his game up like 2 years ago? I mean, there's real competition in there. You know, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I'm saying, may the best man win, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your number is. If the guy behind you is playing better, put him in the game.
Yeah.
Put him in.
Yeah. We try to
Just
win,
watching-
man.
We trying to win.
We try to win, man.
I'm
We
just
are
saying, coming
trying
in the
to
camp,
win.
watch these handpicked picks by Christian Parker. Because again, these are his guys. Easy
They
wasn't-
his guys.
Easy
And you
wasn't-
know what?
Easy wasn't
And
his
you
guy.
know,
Easy wasn't his guy.
the common denominator that I see from these guys:
What's that?
high IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
High IQ.
I have absolutely no problem or issues with Malachi starting over. None.
Me either.
If you're the better player, you go out there
come
and
out of
start.
training camp.
Yeah.
You come out of training camp and you prove you the better player. And
Yeah.
you earned that, man. You starting, man.
Go for decoy. You can be defense player of the year for me. I want all of them to succeed, shine, ball.
So think about this, Terry. Think about
Mhm.
this. Say
Mhm.
let's don't even think about, say we have one draft.
I agree with Houston being small.
Yeah,
He's very small, yeah.
Yeah, he is small. But he had he had 5.5 off the bench. As a Rock, who only had 2. But let's say we had one.
But he can't stop the run.
Yeah, but
I'm with you. I'm with you. I like you
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got other people, but say we only had one pick. Say there's no Caleb Downs or whatever, hypothetically speaking, and our first round draft pick was Malachi Lawrence. Would you be expecting him to start?
Yes.
As a first round draft pick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So as a Rocco, you better step your game up.
Yeah, we're not in no position to sit anything in the first round. We're not in no position. We're not in a position for developmental players.
And that's
as
your
first
whole
round
point
draft
you've
pick.
been saying, picking
Pick
Christian
his
Parker,
guy.
getting his
He
guy.
got his guy.
So as a Rocco, you better step up, man.
And he made the moves to go get his guy too. At that, made the moves to go get it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it wasn't no just
and dealt with his former team doing it.
Yeah, it made it work. Yeah, he wanted Malachi, so that's what goes back to the trust that Jerry, sitting back and going to get the right guys for the job, man. It ain't just, it's not we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I know who I want at this position. I'm gonna go get guys that fit my scheme and what I want to do, and like you said, high IQ players.
Yes,
if
sir.
you're smart, you could be there. You get smart, you could be there, man.
Yes,
if
sir.
Malachi come out and ball and Easy don't, and he takes that spot, Easy, I need you to come in and be the best rotational player ever and keep going.
Right. But we'll see. But that's what training camp, when they put them pads on.
Yeah.
Them pads on, man. And even if some good stuff coming out of training camp, we still got to be even killed. But, them pads, I can't wait to see them in the pads. But yeah, man. I ain't got nothing else. Like I said, man, it was Cowboys WR Uncut. It was something else that I wanted to say, but
Congratulations, Fergie. Old Fergie got married.
Yeah. Congrats to you, man.
Congrats,
I'll be seeing your sandwich feeds, man. Your wifey be having you a different sandwich that you be testing out on social media. So shout out to Fergie, Demo. Who else got married? Dak got.
He's single. As long as I don't see him on TMZ, I'm cool, man. No, stay on TMZ, Jack, man.
Put the reverse in. Beep.
Yeah.
Don't do it. That's the
Let's
work,
do
man.
it.
Reconsider.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, that was the crew, man. We just had a little mini camp talk, man. You know, some more news coming out during the week, man. We'll see y'all next week. But we're looking forward to training camp. The season's getting closer and closer and closer, man. And yeah, man, it's that time, man. Football's in there. Shout out to the Louisville Kings, man.
Shout out Kings, man.
Yeah,
and all the players that got called up, man.
Got 3 or 4 of them called up, didn't
Yeah. Salute, fellas.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, what's the crew, man? I'm Dre, man. OG at the bottom, Crew Cherry up at the top, Crew Rick at the bottom right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it was a Monday night, man. We appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe, man. Share it with your peoples, man. Hit the notification bell, man. But yeah, crew love, crew out.
Cowboys raw and uncut.
Boy, Rick, damn, had a